It's time for symbolic action. It's been a week since the shooting down at Emmanuel AME in Charleston, and it has been a very sad week. I am thankful for all of the folks praying for us in South Carolina, especially praying for the folks down at Emmanuel AME, the families of the people who were killed, the congregation in its grief. It was inspiring to hear the words of forgiveness uttered by families at the bond hearing for the perpetrator, and also inspiring to see the doors open for worship on Sunday at Mother Emmanuel. I've struggled with language to talk about and express what I've been thinking and feeling in relation to the tragedy at Emmanuel AME. One thing that occurs to me is I'm glad that this has brought about a conversation about the Confederate flag that flies in front of the State House in South Carolina. It always struck me as an unnecessary affront, a nod to a much worse time in American history, a modern symbol of separation, of antagonism and hate. And so it's time to bring that symbol down. I think I saw it as such a strong symbol because we Baptists have such strong symbols associated with our faith. We know their power. We enter the church through the waters of baptism, a symbol of Jesus' death and resurrection, our participation in Jesus' death and resurrection. We come to the table for the symbols of Jesus' body and blood, broken and shed for us for the forgiveness of sins, for reconciliation with Christ and one another. Because of the power of those symbols, our lives are changed. We act differently toward one another and toward the world because we participate in those symbols. And so I see the power of the symbol of a Confederate flag as harmful, as creating space for that kind of hatred and separation. So I'm committing myself, and I invite you to find new symbols, to join with symbols of cross and table and baptism, to take some symbolic action, to decide to do things because of the statement it makes and the way that it affects you. Things like worship with a community of faith that is from a different racial background or is different from you in some way. To intentionally make a new friend with a different life experience, somebody of a different color or from a different country. Be intentional about smiling when you encounter people in public, greeting them in line at the grocery store or at the movie theater or wherever you are. Make that a symbol because we know the power symbols have to change our perspective, to change our actions. Keep praying for us in South Carolina. Keep praying for those folks down at Emmanuel AME. They have a long, hard journey, and I'll see you at church. Peace.